Failure or feedback? Hi, this is Preston Squire, author, coach, and indie publisher. And every Monday, I do a little inspirational messages for my fellow Christian authors. And today, we're talking about failure or feedback. Now, it's very human. It's very common that when we try to do something like, let's say, a book launch, just as an example, but could be a marketing campaign, could be submitting a draft to beta readers, it could be any number of things. But we get our hopes up, we have a expectation that of what we want to achieve. And I'll talk for myself right now. So I've got my latest book, which is a comic book, but I've just launched it on Kickstarter, which is crowdfunding. And so now my hope and expectation is it's going to get funded. It's going to raise the necessary amount of money in order to proceed with production. But what if it doesn't? Right? And that's the thing. What if our beta readers don't like it? What if we launch our book and it doesn't sell? What if we try some marketing campaign and it doesn't work? Right? And where we trip ourselves up is we look at that as failure. And we tend to personalize it as we're a failure and we failed. And that's not true. It's not the truth. You're not a failure, and it hasn't failed because what it has succeeded at is giving you critical feedback. Something in your offering didn't resonate with your intended readers, or perhaps you don't know who your readers are yet and you need to refine that. So it allows you to know that there's still something you need to work on. There's still something that needs to be shared and given out. So, something you need to be doing differently, right? So maybe it's your cover, maybe it's your title, maybe, it could be any number of things. But what we need to do always is just to look at these things as feedback. As we tried something and we didn't get the result that we expected. Like a scientific approach, as if we just go with, approach it. And I know this is deeply personal to us. This is our babies, right? It's a little hard to have that third person detached approach, but that's what we need to cultivate when it comes to the selling and marketing of our books. Is we have to have that kind of detached approach and look at it in the same way a scientist would look at a science result, and if they do a test and they don't get the result that they expected, they're not like, oh, I'm a failure. No, they're like, okay, that didn't work. Why didn't it work? Let's try and figure out why it didn't work, right? And they view it as success in so much as they know that they didn't get the result that they wanted, and there must be something they don't yet know and now need to find in order to get the result that they want, and that is a step forward. The, of course, classic example is after hundreds and hundreds of failed attempts at making the light bulb, a reporter asked Thomas Edison, don't you get discouraged with all of these failed attempts? Like, why are you keep trying to do this thing? It's kind of like the definition of insanity. You keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. But of course, that wasn't the case with Edison. We got a couple of ducks here, actually. I'm just gonna see if I can get these guys in camera. There's a couple of ducks here, but they're hiding behind the tree now. Anyways, I digress. Oh, no. They're just walking ahead of me on the path here. It's cute. Edison did make changes. Every attempt was a different variation on the theme. And Thomas Edison's, famous reply was, I haven't failed once. Every attempt discarded is another step forward. And that's exactly how we have to be with our books as we're getting them out into the world, is that every attempt, I mean, obviously if it succeeds, that's fantastic and we're, going to be happy with that. And if it doesn't, then we're going to know that something needs refinement, something needs change, and we're still going to keep on moving forward. That's the word for today. God bless.